What's up, YouTube? What's up, StockTwits, Weeble, Discord, everybody? This has got to be like my fifth or sixth take. Okay, I don't have a script. I don't know what to do, but in my Discord today, a member posted this gain. This is not a one-day gain. This is 11 months of hard work for that individual. Okay, here he is. Right, I'm trying to. Let's do this. That's just on semiconductor today. This is on semiconductor going down 22%, and there's the puts. And we had some people today, they made like 40% or X amount of hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. And some people, they don't tell you at all what they make because it's secret. They don't want to say anything. This individual hasn't said anything. And then out of nowhere, you know, this is what I've made since being here, right? Right? So the proof is in the pudding, guys. I've had the Discord for over 1 year. I've had the YouTube channel for over 1 year. Started with Redbox, okay? Been a lot of advancements along the way and a lot of strategies and things like that. The whole mantra here is make your own MOASS and become free from it all. And make your own MOASS means I'm directly challenging the very idea that you have to buy and hold and sit in one stock. Okay, and this is not a dig on a company, on this particular company, but it is a dig on the herd mentality of what this company represents. This is AMC. I was, as you probably know, or as I've said in many of my other videos, I had the stock at 182. I did not own the stock because it was a MOASS play. I own the stock because I was a seasoned investor. I saw an opportunity to buy a company that before this was trading at 18 and 20 bucks. Okay, look at what it was before. Obviously you divide by 10 right now because the stock did a 10 for 1. So 726.20 is 72.62. Okay, which is that's what it pumped to. Anyways, I had an opportunity to buy a company that was trading for traditionally more. I understand that the box office numbers were going crazy. You look at Avengers 3, those numbers were nothing short of phenomenal, right? Stock was 182. I grabbed the Canadian movie theater Cineplex. I grabbed airlines after this happened. You may not recall, or you may recall, oil dipped to negative $1 for a few days. I grabbed some oil. Okay, it's now almost $100 a barrel, and they're talking about 150. That would have been arguably the best investment of your entire life, was grabbing oil down there and holding it for a few years. I also had grabbed companies that, like, if you look back and you think about the malls, okay, shopping malls, they were closed. So who got hurt in the malls? Oh, no, not just clothing stores, the food court. No food court. Whenever I go to the food court at the mall in my city, there's multiple malls, it's 1.4 million, but the one by my house, it's packed, guys. It's flooded with people nonstop. And their prices are kind of like airport prices. They're more expensive than if you were to just go to that particular restaurant, out and about in a strip mall or something. So I grabbed companies that supplied food to the food court companies, specific companies, okay? Because I knew when we open up, it's going to shoot up because we were in a period of uncertainty and doubt. And they all did. Airlines did. That did. The movie theaters did. Oil did. You name it. Everything. We had one of the biggest rallies we've had in our entire history. You only have to look at the SPY to understand that. Like, okay? Like, are you kidding me? Look at this. 218 to 480 on the SPY? Give me a break. So anyways, the mentality, though, which worked 3 years ago of buy and hold, it's not a reality anymore, okay? You're not going to see this kind of thing, I don't believe, just because you want to will it to happen. Whereas you could be in my Discord, you could be watching this channel. Obviously, I don't really put up as much content today because I'm actively putting out content in the Discord for people willing to subscribe and be members. That's the majority. I don't have 200,000 and 300,000 followers that watch my videos 50,000 views because I have fire on it all the time, or because I say the end is coming, or because I talk about Bitcoin only, or Tesla, or ARK. You know, very niche communities. AMC, I'm sorry, I can't just talk about you endlessly and hope, you know, my 200,000 out of my 200,000 subs that 10,000 of you watch my video every day. Like, that's not reality for me. So the YouTube, in reality, I don't make anything from YouTube. It helps a teensy bit with some exposure. It helps. But I got 4,400 subs and I'm not growing. That's fine, right? You would wish that something like this would help you explode, but I've come to realize that a lot of people can't grasp something like this. It's not even in your realm of reality that this is possible. So in July, I had a member who entered in January. They went from $1,500 to over $1 million. And now I have this member saying 6,051%. Guys, 6,051% is 60.5135x, 60.5135 times, right? You know, if you had $1 million, if your goal, let's say, it was to become a millionaire, your goal, okay, divided by 60.5135, you'd only need $16,525 to get there, and 11 months. So if that is appealing to you, if you're not already in the Discord and that's appealing to you, maybe you should get in the Discord, because that's what this individual is able to do in terms of percentage. They're not a millionaire, but they started with $1,500. They now have over $90,000. That's their account growth. Okay, 1,500 times 60.5135 is 91,000 from 15 in 1 year. What are they going to do on year 2, guys? Let's just say they get the same result. Let's just say it's probably not really going to happen in that capacity, in that way, but you never know. But let's say they do get the same result. They would have about $5.5 million in another 11 months from, if they're doing the same things that they're doing, just on a larger capacity, on a larger scale. Okay, I don't think that is going to replicate to that degree, but it is very possible. Okay, because you can have a Foot Locker give you a 200%. Hell, you can have AMC give you 150 and 170% today. You know, just trying to hold $1. And what do you mean hold $1? It's $10, man. No, it's divide 10. It's $1. It's 99.4 cents. I mean, you know, you can have CVS go up on a nationwide walkout. Doesn't matter. Big money wanted to push it up. It went up. Right? The entire day. Big money wanted up. It went up. Pinterest. Okay. Have you heard of Pinterest? Have you used Pinterest? I don't know. If you go into my posts at 12:51, so 2:51 on the market, 2:51 Eastern, okay, I mentioned Pinterest. Right? It's on. I have a section called Earnings Plays, okay? I forgot to underline it. Pinterest is always volatile. They're always very good. They're always very good and very active to get into. So down in my earnings plays here, right, on the Discord. Pinterest, right? So we were looking at Public Storage, Simon Property Group, Pinterest, right? Tomorrow, like Thursday, guys, is going to be insane. Apple is on Thursday. It's going to be, this whole week's going to be insane. Wednesday, Fed Powell speaking, I believe. Tomorrow we have like Pfizer, Caterpillar, BP Energy, who are just looking to do, they're looking to like merge with somebody, because it was like Zom or Oxy. I believe it was Zom, Exxon. They just had like a massive merger. Like, you know, Microsoft Activision, $92 billion merger, right? This week there's over 1,000 companies reporting, and this happens at every 3 and 4 months. Okay, quarterly earnings, right? And then there's a yearly annual earnings call at the end of the year, right? This gives you some opportunities, because a lot of companies will move in what's called sympathy, kind of like AMC and GameStop used to move together. Something like, you know, BP, Exxon, Occidental Petroleum, Halliburton, Suncor, whatever, right? Raytheon Technologies did I was talking about that, right? They did their just last week they had their earnings, right? Look at that, right? 72 to 80. They did a $10 billion buyback. What moved up with them? Lockheed Martin and some of the other defense stocks, right? You don't need to just buy and hold. And I'm not saying you need to sell anything. I'm not giving any sort of financial advice in that regard. I'm just saying you've kind of been misled. Movies are not going to go anywhere. Can AMC survive? I don't think so. They've shown after endless dilution, and just for the record, they have had 7 dilutions in 3 years. 7. Some companies have never done it. Look, or never done reverse splits. Look at Chipotle. Okay, this is Chipotle. It's $1,900 a share, guys. Right? Some companies they're not required to do that kind of stuff. They're cash rich. If you look at Amazon, which has had its 2 best days in years, its 2 best days back to back in years, and I was buying and selling some of this the other day. Unfortunately, I sold it low, and it's rallied since then. I got money, but I could have had a lot more. Amazon has more money than the wealthiest stock in the whole market by twice as much. Or is that Google? Hold on. Before I get ahead of myself, I better double check this. Hold on. Sorry, 64. So it's the same. 64 billion, 64 billion, $64 billion cash on hand for Amazon. And I've done so many videos on where they're going. Like, this is America's next pharmacy, guys. That's just one of the things they're doing. They're going to have so much data on everybody through wireless devices in the home that are Amazon supplied. It's going to be insane. They're going to be able to do targeted advertisements and get people to impulse buy things like never before. Like Amazon is insane. How much cash on hand does Apple have? Apple was the company I was saying is like the most valuable stock on the market. 62 billion. So Amazon has 1 billion more than the most expensive, most valuable stock on the entire stock market. And then of course you have Google, which is double that, at 119 billion. Okay, 119 billion dollars, guys. Have you heard of these companies? What about AMC? As of June, it had 0.43. I don't think it will survive. Movies will survive. I'm in Paramount calls right now in case the strike thing plays itself out. Paramount, it's Ninja Turtles. It's Top Gun, I believe. It is Mission Impossible. It's lots of good brands. 100-year-old company. 100-year-old, right? Warner Brothers Discovery. Disney, I wanted to be bullish on Disney, but then you had the whole Eastern conflict, and then they decided to give money to one side and not the other because they value one side's kids more than the other side's kids. And now they're facing backlash, like Starbucks and like McDonald's, right? So there's opportunity abound is basically all I'm trying to say. We have the earnings section. We have all the companies listed out ready for you. I've had this going for a very long time. Okay, I used to do full-blown write-ups on these. I haven't been doing that lately because the market has been... Some of the earnings, they don't really align with what is happening. A company can double beat and give good guidance and it goes down. They're inherently... something going on there. Let's put it that way. It's not a fully safe situation to be in, but there is incredible opportunity there, right? Risk, reward, right? Higher risk usually yields higher reward. Even Bitcoin, guys, definitely not a Bitcoin long. It's very hard to get in Canada. You basically can't even get it. But since October 15th, it went from 26,000 to only by the 23rd, so not even 10 days, it was at 35,200. So it went up almost 10 grand. It went up over like 30% in not even 10 days. So about a week. In about a week, it went up 10,000 bucks. Did whatever you were in, if whatever you were in went up like that, cool. But if it didn't, why aren't you looking at alternative means of making money? How about Tesla to the downside? My last video, which I'm now written over, I said, like Tesla and the technology, it has some inherent risks. 415 last year, all the way down to 101. Double topping under 300, now back at 200, right? BYD in China, looking to compete with them heavily. Volkswagen, Mercedes. Ford, it ain't working out for Ford. They can't get the technology down, and then no one wants their truck because it gets 80 kilometers range, which is like 50 miles or 60 miles. It doesn't get no range, so what good is it? I may as well ride a bicycle. It's trash. Tons of companies, Moderna, downside, $74, guys. Pull Moderna back. This is what happens when they force it into people's bodies. I had Moderna at 25, by the way, and I sold, but I got into AMC, so it's all good. Force it into people. People are onto it, and the grift is over. That is a textbook pump and dump. And I don't believe it's done. It's well under support. They're still trying to, we're passing new technology. No one cares, man. No one cares. They despise you. You're filth. Your executives pretty much deserve to rot in hell. Opportunity is all around you guys. Like I believe I did show the on semiconductor, right? Earnings play 2,000%. Look at that chart. Look at that chart. And she's probably not even done, right? Pump and the dump has begun. Well, it's not. It's well into play, rather. 58 bottom support. I would probably catch some calls on 58 there, even though I can see it breaking below. I'm a call buyer at 58, hoping it can bounce off some kind of support and head back towards whatever 48 EMA falls to. 48 will probably be 75 at that point, right? I'm gonna grab calls when it hits that 200 and push higher. It might even do a little bit of a Fibonacci retracement tomorrow, but I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be on that tomorrow. We'll see. But there's a lot of action, guys. All you have to do is make your own MOASS. And this is not a joke phrase. This is reality. No one's looking out for your money, right? I help people. I try to help. But at the end of the day, you got to make your own decisions. You got to make the moves. You have to look out for you. Buddy to your trades isn't giving you any of his money. Okay? Roaring Kitty GameStop people, he's not giving anybody who got burned on GameStop any of his $55 million that he turned into $55 million from call options of only 50 grand, call options, not stock. Such a believer in it that he bought call options, not stock, because options are the maximum risk, not stock, right? They're not coming to rescue anybody. You got to rescue yourself. Make your own MOASS means get that 6,000% yourself. And it might take a year. Guess what? AMC took a year too. Took a year, right? It didn't even take a year. It took like 7 months, 6-7 months. It was December, January pump, massive dump. Robinhood shut off the options, shut off the buying. And then a pump again in June, right? But he's, like I said, that individual in my Discord, and as you can see, right, free from it all Discord, right? Free from it all exclusive. Server settings. Where is it? Right? Free from it all. Okay? That individual, that's what they've done. They've put their nose to the grindstone and done it, right? We had a member, he just said today on Netflix, he made Netflix calls, he made 40 grand. Right? Where is it? Like, here we go. 40K. 40K, right? I made over 40K on Netflix calls. Like, the money is there. The people are here. The support group is here. There's lots to learn and know. If you're new to options, you'll be fine. No one's telling you need to jump into options today or tomorrow or even next week. I had someone, they waited 3 months before they made their first options play. Then they played 3 times and they won on all 3. They made like $10,000. And they said, I won on my first 3. But I waited multiple months. Right? Sometimes you got to wait for the play to come to you, and when you feel it, and you go for it, right? There's a whole lot of factors that go into options, and your action or inaction is a great part of that. I had to get the video out today because I feel like if I got it out tomorrow, it's less ingenuous or disingenuous. I shouldn't say it's it's disingenuous. I just, in my mind, like it wouldn't be as impactful as showing you like that says today. And what he posted, if I waited a month to post it, I'm a month behind. It's not really relative. Is I guess the word I was looking for. But I wanted to put something out there because I feel like this channel deserves the credit that it, I don't have, like I said, I don't have the 200,000 and 300,000 subs. I don't have the fancy fire graphics. I don't have, I don't come out here and I say doom and gloom every day, because even if it is doom and gloom, there's opportunities. That's money you can make. So I know focus on the negative. How about learn how to buy puts, right? Learn how to short a stock. Shorting isn't inherently evil. Naked shorting is definitely illegal, and those people should go to jail. But when a company says, "Oh well, we lost $1.2 billion in the last quarter," you want to support that, or do actions, consequences, reward and punishment. In my mind, big money doesn't differentiate. You do poorly, you go down. You do well, you go up 90% of the time. And 10% of the time, it still doesn't, it's not enough. Because some stuff reached its peak, right? And I think we have peaked. We peaked in August, and it's been a bleed for a lot of companies since August. SPY's been holding up. But even if you pull that back to August, July, and then again in August, September, very end of August, and then September was a whole bleed for 4 weeks, right? This is a 1 week chart, right? So here is the end of August, and then here's week 1 of September, week 2 of September, week 3 of September, week 4 of September on the SPY. Full bleed, right? Same thing. Pumped, came back to support, pumped, fell back to second support, pumped. What does it look to be doing, guys, if we want to see a pattern? Probably falling back to 388. Last year, I was calling for 385 on the SPY, followed by 345. Lo and behold, we had a frickin' 8-month pump, right? I was seeing this, saying, oh, it's probably headed for 380. And then we just pumped. Look at this. Up until August, guys, we only had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 4 red weeks, and this week right here was just a nothing. It was sideways. That's exactly sideways. 4 weeks out of 30 that were red. Like, it's been a monumental pump this year. So if you don't know how to play downside, you could be in some serious trouble. The best way to save yourself from downside is to not even be in it, right? Be out of it. But if you'd rather make money on the downside, you need to be playing that. And I'm not saying we're just having all downside, because that's not realistic. You're going to have downs, you're going to have supports, it's going to go up. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. Like I'm in Paramount stock. Look at that stock today. You know, it's a whirlwind in and of itself, right? Massive up, bring it back down, massive pump, come back to support. It's up and to the right, so that's all I really care about since I'm long on it. It's up and to the right now. It's got earnings later this week too, okay? Again, we're going to see some crazy things with earnings plays. You're going to want to be in this Discord. This is the link. Type that into your browser. Go into the description. The link is there. Go into the comments. I'm going to pin it there. Click it. Don't sign up through YouTube, please. It's a pain in my ass. It's very hard for you to actually get into the Discord through YouTube. I just have it there because there was a very minor few people who never ever heard of Discord and just would not sign up through Discord, so they through the link provided, so they signed up through YouTube, and then I did some back channel crap. Yeah, it's just a pain in my butt, and I would prefer not. Worst case scenario, you don't become wealthy and you learn nothing. I don't think that's possible. There's no way you learn nothing. So, you know, it's $20 a month on a standard level, and it's $69 on premium, and I have like 13, 14 classes already that are between 3 and 4 hours long each, pretty much, of people's questions and answers, going over stocks, charting, you name it, everything, full gamut. You know, it's not $200. It's not 4 payments of $200. It's just $69. You get access to all that. Okay, and $20 you get access to the Discord. The dude with the 6,000 isn't even premium. He's not even premium. I'm like, it's about time you go premium, bro. Show some love, show some support to the channel, and get that other information that might help you excel up and beyond where you're at even now, right? But yeah, I don't know. That's all I had to get the video out. I had to do something. Couldn't see that and do nothing. I waited until, you know, it's midnight on the East Coast, so this video is going to get no views. That's okay. It's just for my own, which I might even, I'll release it tomorrow. You know what? I recorded it today, October 30th. I will release this tomorrow, you know, maybe at a normal, decent time so that it actually gets some views, because it's not going to get any if I put it out now. But I think just the message I want to be very clear is there are other people, if you open your mind and open your eyes, like myself, out there that aren't catering to the masses, that aren't catering to a select group of followers, that are genuinely interested in helping educate you and help you grow and succeed. You just have to take the chance and come aboard, right? Free.